So we're finally blessed with some good weather. We've been wanting to do some range content for you guys. It's just been a bummer here in the spring in Ohio. But now that we got some good weather, today we're gonna be attempting the Air Marshal qualification. This is done from concealment, so a little bit different than a lot of your 3-letter agencies, and I'm excited to try it out. Let's see if we can pass it. The Air Marshal qualification, firearms qualification, is gonna be done in 7 stages. A lot of these are gonna be repeated stages. So if I need to draw and present 1 round, it's gonna be done twice with total time. So I might do it fast 1 iteration and then slow the other iteration and still fall within the time standard. Kind of a different way of doing it. I haven't really seen too many standards quals or even firearm qualifications that are done this way, but I like it. It's definitely interesting. 7 stages, utilizing reloads, drawing, multiple rounds, transitioning between targets, kind of covers all your bases. So I'm excited to try this out. So with that, let's get downrange. This qualification is usually done on the FBI QIT target, which is like almost like a bowling pin style target. Don't want to pay for shipping on those, so I'm going to do this on the OG sticky targets. Still got a bunch of these that they sent over. Big fan of these targets. I literally just slapped them on to the cardboard. They went up super easy. Make sure you check out Sticky Targets. They got incredible products. Stage 1 is going to be draw from concealment 1 round at 7 yards. The entire qualification is going to be done at 7 yards, so we don't need to move around a whole lot. 1 round, I have to do this twice, and I have to have a total time under 3.3 seconds. Anything within the silhouette is going to be counted as 5 points. Let's see what we get. All right, lost the dot there a little bit, 1-7, pretty slow, but I still got some time that I can make this up. So 1 more iteration, let's go ahead and go. And a 1-4-2, just so I can show the camera. Let's do the total time. It's gonna take some math here, but I am gonna be within that time. Here we are. So total time of 3:12. So I'm under that 3.3 seconds. I'd like that to be a lot faster. Playing it a little safe, got my hits, so we'll move on. Stage 1, I was below the required time and I got my hits, so 100% on that. Let's move on to stage 2. It's gonna be 2 rounds of double tap from 7 yards at the low ready. It doesn't specify what low ready means. Low ready to me is downward 45-degree angle. I'll game it even a little bit more than I normally would, but I'm certainly not gonna be like right over top my sights. I'm not sure what their requirements are, but I'll make sure I game it quite a bit and make sure that I'm down at that 45-degree angle, present up 2 rounds. 4 total rounds with those 2 iterations in under 2.7 seconds. So I don't have a whole lot of time to work with. I'm gonna have to make sure that I get that double tap right on target. See how we do. Okay. So I got plenty of time to work with, 1.16. Let's do it again. Kind of cinched that grip a little bit more that time, and I got a 1.12. All right, well below the time, but I'll show you the total time that I get. 2:28 overall time, and I got all my hits. Let's go to stage 3. Stage 3, 6 rounds from low ready, just like the last stage. And I do it 1 time this time, under 3 seconds. So pretty simple math this time at least. So starting from that low ready, 7 yards. 3 seconds is an eternity. So I wanna make sure that I'm accountable for all these hits and I don't try to push it too fast. Uh, 2-3-0. Pace myself quite a bit on that one. So it is a pass and all my hits are accounted for. I got 1 on the left line there. So I'll read the rules again. I don't know if it needs to be all in that square, or if it's just the silhouette for it to be 5 points. Let's see how we'll move on to stage 4. Stage 4 is 1 shot on 2 targets, 2 total rounds. So 1, 2, and then we repeat that. Got to be under 6.5 seconds total on both iterations. No reloads or any changes in that. So stage 4. Okay. 166. Step or attempt number 2. Didn't say anything about shooting it left to right or right to left or anything, so I just switched it on the second attempt, 157. Well within the time, but we'll show you the overall time either way. For getting my first time, I believe it was a 167, somewhere in the 1.5 range, so that's my total time for stage 4, well within the time. That one's kind of comically slow, but either way, moving on to stage 5. Realized I just did stage 5, read it wrong. I did the 1 shot on 2 targets, and that total time is 3.3 seconds, so I actually narrowly got that in. The 6.5 seconds is for the 1 reload 1, and then we do that twice for 6.5 total seconds. So I'm gonna do stages 5 and 4 in reverse, or out of order here. So we'll move on to stage 4, and then eventually jump ahead to stage 6. All right, so we just did stage 5, going back to stage 4 since I skipped it. It's gonna be 1 shot, reload 1 shot. It doesn't say anything about the magazine going empty, so I'm a little confused on if it's just a matter of, dropping a full magazine and doing another magazine. On stage 7, it does mention you have to go to slide lock, specifically mentions that. So I'll just run this like I'm just topping off, because that's how I read it. So this is gonna be 1 reload 1, we'll stage it again. And we gotta do it 2 times under 6.5 seconds total. All right, 1 reload 1. All right, so I got some work to do. I don't have a set location for my magazine, so I'm gonna have to scoot on this one. 4.13, don't have like any time to mess with here. So let's get this super quick and see if we can make this time. I'll even stage it because it doesn't say anything about from concealment, but we'll stage it a little bit. It's gonna be a little dicey, but let's see what we can get. Stumbled a little bit. I'm gonna be over time, and we'll give you guys the total time here in a second. 3.62. So the qualification says you gotta do all of these in 33.8 seconds total. So I'm not sure if combining, comment down below, can you combine if you go faster on certain stages versus others? If I went over on stage 4, does that matter? Or does it just come into, the total time ultimately that you get? Either way, I'll run stage 4 again just for fun to see if I can pass it. 1 reload 1, 6.5 seconds total. That's pretty dicey. It's actually faster than I was expecting. So I'm gonna start picking up the pace here from the low ready. All right, much better, 3.25. Now that I know I don't have as much time to mess with, playing with it a little bit, see if we get stage, or that's about the total time that I have in order to pass this thing. Because 3.25 times 2, 6.5, that's all I have. So I gotta scoot on this. Here we go. And 3.06. So of all the stages so far, that's by far the hardest. Possibly because I don't do a whole lot of reloads from concealment, do a lot of battle belt work. So passed it the second time around, so you guys take that for what it is. If it's total time, I'm gonna look it up after this video and we'll see if I would have passed either way. Moving on, jumping ahead to stage 6 now. Stage 6 is gonna be 180-degree pivot from concealment, draw 1, 2, 3 targets that you get to hit 1 round each. So 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be dicey as well. I got 3.5 seconds per stage, 7 seconds total. So I'm gonna have to scoot on this. I've been really trying to be accountable for that square upper thoracic shot on these targets, but I think I'm just gonna have to start slinging it a little bit, let some of this go. Make sure I hit the silhouette, of course, but I'm definitely gonna have to pick up the speed on this one because this one's dicey. So stage 6, let's get into it. Really struggled to find my dot on that first shot, but still within the time. So even with that hiccup, 293, let's do it again. And slowed up a little bit, but I knew I had a little bit of time, so that pivot definitely throws you off. 322, all hits accounted for. So let's do the last stage, stage 7. All right, the final stage, stage 7, 8 total seconds to shoot 1, drop to a knee, reload 1. So 4 seconds per iteration. It's gonna be a little dicey as well, dropping to a knee, hitting that slide lock. Let's see what that time gives us. 2 reps of this, stage 7, last stage, see if we can pass. Three, 3, 6. All right, let's run it again. Not bad. Not too bad. That felt pretty good. All right, second attempt. All right, and a 3-1-5. So felt pretty good about those. The one shot reload, one shot with 3-2-5 on all of those is kind of difficult. I know this one's adding in that knee, but that stage 4 kind of tripped me up. Doing this cold, shooting this entire thing cold, first rounds for the day, it's very doable, but like any qualification, whether you're doing our red card, blue card, or any qualification, it is about gaming it is about understanding what it is and what you need to do in order to pass. Some of these I shot a little bit slow because I was really wanting to get those hits, and some of them I needed to speed it up more than I realized until I did it, one rep and then doing it the second time. So definitely a challenging qual, especially for concealment if you're not doing that kind of training. But overall, got all my hits. If you count my second attempt on stage 4, it was 150. If you guys know what the time penalty is or what the total time needs to be in order to pass, or if it's you cannot go over any time penalty on any of the stages and it's a fail, let me know, because I'd love to know how I did overall, just so I fully understand it. But anyway, with all of that, let's go check our hits just to verify. Let's head down range. So I'm accountable for all my hits on all 3 targets. Again, make sure you comment down below if I messed up any of the, the qualifications for this firearms qual. Very enjoyable, very difficult. Felt like I was on my toes for this one, so definitely a lot of fun. If you guys have any challenges that you guys want to see me attempt next time, please let me know. Weather's getting nice, I want to get out and shoot, and I want to be pushed. So if you got any recommendations, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. Big shout out to Sticky Targets for providing these targets today. And with that, guys, we will see you on the next video.